Yo, it's Hulk. Shout out Nu-Killa each and every time. West London all day.
But what do you think about rappers stunting in their videos and shit? Like, trying to tell the world, I've got, you know what I mean? I've got whatever in the background, I've got all these chicks and da-da-da-da. Like, what, obviously, you know that hip hop was made as like a voice for the people with no voice, innit? So
I think that people are doing it because they thought that they had to. I think you have to remember, back in the day, not everyone rapped, innit? It was actual lyrical people that rapped. And then therefore, if some of them stunted, whatever, they were still lyrical. If some of them weren't as real as they were, whatever, it was only there because they was lyrical. Then it got to the point where everyone's rapping now. So if you can out-swag somebody, you can get more exposure, and it's taken away from the lyrical thing. So I think people feel like, you know, it don't matter whether my man's lyrical or more lyrical than me or not, because, you know, I can create this persona about myself. You know what I'm saying? You have to remember, like, we shoot street videos and stuff, where, like, my brethren's got a DSLR or whatever, and he's filming it for man, and we're doing this, that, and the other. But what you see is what you get. Do you get what I'm saying? That's our life, and that's what we're about. If you see half of these artists now who are signed and stuff, you have to remember, I've spoke like 2 weeks ago, one of my shooters and that a music producer at college, he was telling me he's come up with Kano and that, and he used to know Kano, and he saw like the change in people like Kano and stuff. And he was saying that, you know, when you watch the videos and that, when he's waiting for man off the set of a shoot, my man's taking off them shades and giving them back. Do you get what I'm saying? He's getting out of that car, he's getting changed, that car's getting given back, and he's putting on his Adidas tracksuit, and he's walking out of the studio. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's I'm not saying that that's anything bad on Kano, because that's a label. We know Kano weren't like that. Do you know what I'm saying? We know, we've seen him on Lord of the Mics or whatever, clashing in the basement. That's the Kano that we all loved, and that's why he got big. But at the same time, when the labels get a hold on you and stuff like that, or people's influence and stuff, I've had my own friends who tell me, yo, you shouldn't do this, or you should do that, and rare, but all they want you to do is stunt. Do you get what I'm saying? When, like, people are just too scared to be themselves.
That's the thing, man. Do you think it's like, as well, like, maybe, see, the American culture, obviously it wasn't as big as it is, obviously it's always been big, but I mean in the musical sense, you had the grime thing, and then you had like, you had your black twangs in there, but they were never as popular as, like, say, like a Skepta is now, even though he does grime, but you know what I mean, like, he's a rapper and everything. So do you think the American culture and the internet has made it so that everyone wants to be what they saw on TV on the box back in the day, or MTV Base back in the day, where, you know what I mean?
I think it's we followed America in a big way, but I think it's mainly you see the East Coast and then the South in America. You see the transition of when I was growing up in the 90s and say the early 2000s, it was New York rap that was popping off. The biggest selling artists were 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and then even then, like, you'd have the, you know, the Queens guys like Queensbridge, like, you know, you'd have Nas, you'd have CNN, Mobb Deep, you'd have, you know, all of these guys, and then all of a sudden it started shifting to the South, innit? Like the Lil Waynes and the Rick Rosses and the Trinidad James, the Young Jeezys, the Gucci Manes. These are the main guys now, and then what it is that we kind of followed back in the day. If you look at UK hip hop, it was the skinny mans, the black twangs and that, who were more resonating on the East Coast hip hop. Then when America started following the South hip hop, then we come out of the gigs. Do you get what I'm saying? And the trap music, trap music come from the South in America. But we was over here being lyrical with the East Coast content, and then everybody just went and followed the South side, like, you know, popping mollies and all of that sort of shit. So, you know, that's what it is. We follow America way too much, man.
Where do you think the UK needs to go, from your perception? Where do you think it needs to go in order to kind of carve its own niche and shit?
I think, do you know what it is the people in charge, the people with authority, people like Jamal Edwards, Charlie Sloth, people like that need to just stop, like, you know, it's true, like, you know, like, people play, I've seen DJs like Forbes DVD, Doggy Diamonds and them, and they'll say, rah, do you know what? They had Teflon on their show from MOP, and he's meant to be coming back out. and he was saying, you know, he doesn't like their show. Like they was moaning that they play too much sort of South swaggy hip hop and that, and they were saying, bruv, you haven't got an album out for us to play. We would love to be playing Teflon instead of these guys, but you don't have it out here, so what can we do? And it's as simple as that. People need to start realizing that, you know what, there is real shit out there. Stop just putting shit out because you think, oh, this is what people want. Like, instead of following the wave, make your own wave. You get what I'm saying? This is why Charlie Sloth got put there in the first place, because Westwood, even Kalashnikov had his beef with Westwood, innit? And he was saying that Westwood's scared to break a man. Like, Westwood's scared to be the first guy to play that track. He would rather wait till 10 other DJs have played that track and then jump on the wave because he knows everyone likes it. Because you're a DJ and you've got that position, you're scared to jeopardize it by playing something that people ain't gonna like. So you just wait until everybody, you know everybody's gonna like it, and then play it. But that's just following, and then that's how we just get this mainstream cycle of bullshit. Yep, they're gonna like it, they're gonna like it, you're guessing. It's like, if I create a lyrically deep song right now, you could sit there and say to me, bro, I don't think like people who watch this or listen to that are really gonna like that. It's a bit too, if I sit there and say, pop in my legs, pop in, but you get what I'm saying? You're gonna say, yeah, they'll love that in the club. Wow, yeah, let's take that now. You can guess what the song, so it already hinders people from putting out music because they already know there's no point putting this out if nobody's gonna like it. So it's just a guessing game of what they're gonna like, and it's all, they're always gonna like the
Do you think it's like that, or do you think it's one of them ones where the talented guys got a bit like lazy and shit?
Bro, if you look at it like this, right, yeah, they do get a bit lazy, but look at it like this, like Tony D, the flop champion, I ain't gonna lie to you, my man's very fucking lyrical, he's possibly one of my favourite rappers. Why don't I see him on SBTV and Grime Daily and Fire in the Booth and this, that and the other, when he would lyrically slaughter half of the guys that are on them channels? Why not? Because they're scared that they're not gonna take to this guy. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not mainstream enough, so they'd rather just keep popping out the, you know, the Skeptors and the Tinchies or whatnot. Like, that's, you know.
Not to say that, like, obviously I saw their man's grind. I think it's a different mentality depending on what area of London you live in, or England you live in, right? Where you've got, from what I've seen in East, you've got a lot more, even if they don't like each other, bruv, they'll still jump on a DVD and clash each other, you know what I mean? They'll still make something productive out of it. Whereas if we don't like each out here, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, we're gonna go, you know what I mean? Punch a man up, rush a man up, but we're not turning it into something that's creative or something that the outside world can view. So it's like, we haven't got like the cameras on us, but at the same time, the show's not ready. If the show's not ready, there's no point having the cameras because it's just gonna look like it's gonna be sloppy, innit? You know what I'm saying? But